Yeah, I mean, it's a strong beat all the way across in terms of even with the creeping expectations that rose up. So really going into the quarter, the most important metric is gross margin and X credits on the auto side. They did 28.8 versus consensus of 26. We were a little bit below that at 24. Again, because expectations had creeped up on the higher numbers earlier this month. So I think the setup was probably a buy on rumor, sell on news, and I think you'll probably see that change as these numbers are stronger across the board.
Laura, what are you looking out for most of all on the earnings call?
I'd like to hear how they plan to cope with the ongoing chip shortages and port constraints. This has been plaguing the entire auto industry, and Tesla made some changes that they said in prior quarterly reports may not be sustainable. So I want to hear more on that. I think also shareholders, many of whom are Tesla owners or prospective owners, really want an update on the Cybertruck design and what's up with the $25,000 car that Elon Musk teased last year at the annual shareholder meeting in Battery Day.
What about that chip shortage, Jed? What's your sense on how Tesla's navigating it and whether it's impacting sales?
So I think what we'll get, I mean, we already kind of got a preview. So, and it didn't come from a Tesla shareholder meeting. It actually came from VW inviting Elon to speak to VW executives. And one of the things that he talked about was how he had Tesla engineers redesign the chips so that they weren't exposed to chips that were in shortage. And that goes to sort of the culture and probably the most important data point, which is that it takes Tesla 10 hours to assemble a Model 3 and VW 30 hours. And that's kind of the advantage in how to think about how far in front of the pack Tesla is. So I think that's largely that's what I think we'll get from them on the call. And I think that's an important data point.
Jed, on the financials themselves, I mean, the margin was attracting some attention. Was that an important beat for you, or is that not the most important metric?
Yeah, it's important for a few reasons. One, it shows the difference of profitability between cars manufactured over in Asia versus the U.S. and what that means in terms of Berlin and Austin. I think those are two key points that we want to key in on in terms of timing of these other factories, because that's going to be the production ramp that'll drive additional growth. It also shows a mix shift. So we saw the S come back in spades with a 6 month backlog on that. We haven't seen yet the X. And so any commentary around the X could also be another positive, is that's likely to carry a higher margin too.
We'll see if Mr. Musk joins the call. Jed and Laura, thank you for your first impressions. We appreciate it.